This is Jeanette Jordy at Global Inspiration. Our guest this afternoon is a friend of mine, and she is a successful realtor, a small business entrepreneur, and a mother of a son, an only child, and also she volunteers to nonprofit organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Rose Padayhag-Paul.
Thank
Rose, good
you.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here, Ate Janet.
Thank you. So, from where are you in the Philippines?
Actually, I grew up in Iligan City in Mindanao. So then I moved in Cebu when I was 17.
Okay.
That's where I come from.
Okay. So where are you? You are in Wisconsin. What city are you from?
I come from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
Okay. So how long have you been in America?
I've been here 10 years and 5 months.
10 years.
So
Oh, that's a
yeah,
long time. 10 years.
a
So I
decade.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you grew up in the Philippines. You came from, I would say, a middle class family. Can you give me more details about that?
Growing up in the Philippines, I grew up in a poor family.
Okay.
Grew up with fisherman family. My grandma is a fisherman, wife. I say vendors also fish vendors. Yeah. I am. Let us say I am the adopted and the youngest daughter of my grandma. So my mom is the sixth out of seven and the youngest child, and she has me when she was 17. So a teenager mom.
Okay.
So when she gave birth of me, that's where my grandma took care of me
Okay.
until she left home when I was 8 months old just to find a job. So then from 8 months old to seven, I was 17. That's grandma's.
Okay.
That's my
So you're a grandma or a Lola's girl.
yeah, I
So
am. Yeah.
so when was your last visit to the Philippines?
Oh my gosh. Since the day I left 10 years and 5 months ago.
Oh, so you haven't been to the
Yeah.
Philippines yet?
Yes, I haven't been home because actually I don't have nobody to really, visit home in the Philippines. My
Okay.
family is already here. So,
Okay. So you haven't visited the Philippines for 10 years, more than 10 years. Can you give me two items that you really miss about or from the Philippines?
oh, in the Philippines, I love our country. I
Okay.
miss the travel, the destination we have, the food we have, and our simple life with
Mhm.
all the smiles, no matter what. I'm like, I miss those things.
Okay. So you have, I would say it is a gift. You have a gift to convince people because I consider you a successful realtor. Did you try to be a realtor? Did you do your job? Did you do a research about how to be a realtor, or did it just happen and you just love it? Can you tell us
It's a
about that?
very good question. It's just happened. Actually, I'm not a real estate or not a finance. My degree is a computer science and programming. And basically, it's so funny. I graduated as a cum laude and become a teacher for 2 months. And
Okay.
this, finding yourself, finding what to do. I quit my job. And then after quitting my job, my friends like, hey, you have a high degree. You are one of the desirable. Why you quit your job and you are jobless? So I said, well, I don't know what to do. So she offered me, actually, my friend offered me a job. She said, are you okay for a secretarial? But it's a real estate, it's a manager from developer. And I think you will love that. And I said, sure, I will try. So this is like, out of my mind to become a realtor. It's just when I become a secretary and fall in love with houses and all of that. And I said, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. I know it's hard, but you can make it. And that's how I started 2003, way back in Cebu, Philippines.
Oh, so you started as a realtor 2003 in the Philippines.
Yes,
So,
and become become one of my hobby to look at houses after that.
yeah. So you're now in America. What does it take to be a realtor? I consider you a successful realtor. What does it take to be a realtor in America?
Actually, in America, you have to embrace the change. because it's way different than us in the Philippines. Also, the patience and being a realtor here in United States, they will consider you as the business owner. So being a business owner, you know what it takes? You have to put up money. It's not that you just, went to school. You have to get your credentials, go to school, all the learnings, the trainings, and all of that you have to undergo. But the most thing is you have to extend your patience and
Yes.
perseverance. As I said, it wasn't easy, but it's worth it. It's
You
worth
made it. You made it. So
Yes.
when did you start to be a realtor in America?
I started 2016 when before that I was jobless. My first company here in United States closed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was closed by FBI. It's so weird because I come here in United States. My husband, give me a promise that this is United States. This is a good life. But my first company, after 2 years and a half, it was closed by FBI.
Oh,
So it's a story that I won't forget. After that, I've been, unemployed, and then the unemployment federal said there's no money in unemployment. So I was so depressed. And friend of mine, I was doing this um, home home business.
okay.
Yes, I'm just doing the coffee business during the
Okay.
time, and they knew that I'm a realtor in the Philippines. That's when they approached me. Why not you help us in here?
Yeah.
And it clicked to me and like, okay, if there's no Filipino who's doing that, I will do it.
Okay.
So then I started 2016.
So we met 7 years ago when I was the president of the Philippine American Association here in Madison.
Mm-hmm.
You partnered your business, the 4S Imports, partnered with Pamana
Yes.
and at Alliance Center,
Mm-hmm.
and we sell this unique and beautiful shells, and that is by 4S Imports. Can you share more about that?
Absolutely. I put up this business for its imports. Basically, it's importing products in the Philippines, the seashells made products, and the collection that I made. Before I come here in from Philippines, I just decided, me and my husband decided to put up a shop in Cebu to help the divers of seashells. That's the only way that I say thank you for our craftsmen in the Philippines, where they create a beautiful, oh my God, beautiful piece. So I partner with them, and then I decided to do it my own. So those seashells products, from jewelry to boxes to any knickknacks that we could do gifts.
Okay.
I created that because of my love of our country and those people. Because during the time when I come here, recession happened,
Okay.
and before that, I work as a logistic um, account management, import and export. So I knew a lot of people that just doing divings and just creating some nice thing, and there's no way they could sell. So
Correct.
me
Correct.
and my husband said, we can do this. And I said, well, I know I can sell this in America. So that's how I started. And I was so blessed for all the support for people here that's been embracing my craftsmanship, my
Yeah. Yeah.
designs and collection.
You mentioned when I had a short discussion with you that you have family members who are in America. You do?
True. Yeah, my mother migrated here since 1998 after my grandma died. So
Okay.
since my grandma died, I'm alone. That's why you said I'm orphaned since I was 17. I
Okay.
decided not to come here because say, hey, I grew up with grandma and then coming to my mom, it's a different world for me. And I decided to stay in the Philippines even though I'm alone. So my mom lived in Virginia with her family.
So have you visited your mom since you got
Yes,
here?
we're united when many times, many
Okay.
times. So
Okay.
last year she's here. She's
Okay.
celebrating her birthday with me.
So you are a busy realtor. You own a small business. You have a son. You have a husband. Do you do volunteer work?
I do. I
Okay.
love to give back. And that's
Okay.
one thing that I always told my husband. That's my heart is. I love to help others. I love to help the community. And being the realtor also, that's helped me and opened more doors for volunteers. So I'm thankful for that. So I volunteer with FAWIS and I also serve as a board member. So
That's
yeah.
good. That's good to know. So you are a realtor. Are you just selling for, is your market just the Filipinos, or they're all over the all
No,
races?
actually, I serve anyone that needs my help. Although I cater like 95% with our Filipino community
Okay.
through referrals, but I also serve other lenders or other family members that trust me and my service. So
Okay.
I'm thankful for the word of mouth.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, can you share two inspirational thoughts that you can give to our viewers?
Two inspirational thoughts. Never give up on your dreams. It's not about where you come from, it's about where you're heading to. Always trust yourself and the person above, because you know what, it's you, between you and the person who give you the gifts and talents. Other one also, don't let yourself destroy your inner peace with the opinion of others. Like,
Correct.
people around always have their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your inner peace destroyed by the opinion of others. I'm
Thank,
thankful for that because when somebody showed that to me, I was 17 and they're throwing judgment of me left and right.
yeah.
That's the principle that I have with my grandma.
Yeah. So when I was younger, just to share with the public, when I was younger, when people will say negative things about me,
Mm-hmm.
about my work, you get affected, you get depressed right away. But now, even though people will tell me negative things, I am so confident of who I am, and I don't have to prove myself.
You know
Ladies
what?
and
It's a good one. It's a good validation that they're noticing you.
yeah, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Rose Padayhag-Paul, and her life is very inspirational because she shared with us how to be patient and be positive in life. We know that we are bombarded by negative people, but stand firm and go on with your life. Go with your ambition. This is again Janet Jordy. Thank you very much, Rose Paul Padayhag, for the interview this afternoon. You want to say something?
Thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor,
Okay.
to have me and Ate Janet, and hope, viewers will get at least value for my story.
This is Janet Jordy at Global Inspiration, where you need to be seen, need to be heard, and be an inspiration to the world.